Okay, here's a short tutorial on the 1988 Roland D-10 linear synthesizer. I've owned this synth since it came out, and I actually like it. And on the internet I find mostly demos of the ROM songs and factory presets and all clean sounds, but there's really more to this synth than just that. I see the synthesis of these LA synths often described as confusing or tricky to program, but it really isn't. The D10, like the D50 and the D20, the D5 and the D-10, has two types of synthesis. And it has an analog style subtractive synthesis, in which you can choose a digital saw wave or a square wave, both with pulse width modulation. It has an LFO for pitch modulation, a pitch envelope, a filter with resonance, a filter envelope, and an amp envelope. And in the D10 this is called S or synth type synthesis. Then there's the PCM type or P synthesis, and this uses short sampled waveforms to generate the sound, and some of these waveforms are loops, which you can use. For this type of synthesis you only have an amp and pitch envelope and the LFO for the pitch modulation available, so there's no filter and no filter envelope for the PCM synthesis. Now if you start programming this, for each sound you basically have 4 oscillators available, and the D10 calls these oscillators partials. Each partial can be a synth oscillator or a PCM oscillator, and these partials work in pairs, so there's 1 and 2, they work together, and 3 and 4 work together. And for each pair there are 13 possible ways of combining them, and this combination of 2 partials is called a structure, and these can be found on the front panel for your convenience. And as you can see, some of these structures incorporate a ring modulator, and that's where it starts to get more interesting to me, because with that ring modulator you can change the harmonic content of a pair of partials, and you can create aggressive, warm, digital and fuzzy sounds. So yeah, let's get to it and make some sounds. For the first example I have set up a sound with 2 partials and using structure 1, so we're using 2 synth waves. Sounds like this, a saw wave and a square wave, and I've tuned them like this. Not really exciting, so we're gonna do something about that. So we're gonna use structure 2, which involves a ring modulator, so we get more gritty sound. So if you play a bit with the fine tuning, so you can make it more gritty or smoother. Yeah, now it's smoother. So the more harmonizing the partials. Now if you put up the pitch all the way to C9, you get this high resonance sound. So if you set up a pitch envelope, you get a nice filter sweep. So you have to play with the time and with the level of level 1. Okay, level 1, that's nice. Play some more, so set up level 2 as well. Level 2 it can be a bit lower. So nice laser. Freaking laser. Check. Yeah, this is it. This is the one. Nice. So you get a nice resonant filter sweepy thing. Yeah, I like that. And the next example is a 4 partial sound, and the first partial is a PCM sound of a tom-tom. The second is a synth blip made with a synth part with a saw wave. The third partial is a saw wave, and the fourth partial is a saw wave really low, and on the last two the structure is used with a ring modulator. So it's a nice munching sound. And if you start messing around with the pitch of the fourth partial, you get some grittiness. Oh yeah.